Okay, so let's talk about what we can do. So influence where you can. So you guys remember this slide, the stressor, the perception of threat and stress. So where can we influence? The stressor, we have little influence here because we don't really control the internal things too much. We don't really control the external things too much, but what can you control? You know, there are some things that we do naturally to control our stress of external events, like take a sweater with you because it might be cold, like that, little things like that. These are things that you can dig in a little bit. This is a really good place for coaching because you can talk about all the different things that are influencers. And this is a really great place to let your thinking brain shine. So in perception of threat, if we can change how we perceive the stressor, then this can be the place that is clearly the most influential. And this involves things like coaching, therapy, EFT, Reiki, a whole bunch of modalities of processing. It's the stress side. The stress side, if we work on the stress when it's triggered, we can get a tangible sense of influence and a tangible sense of agency right in the moment. So there are a couple of ways that we can influence stress. We can play the long game. We know these, we're adults. We know we're supposed to sleep good and eat good and take care of ourselves and all of that good stuff. And I would argue that even though we know these things, these are also the hardest things because they are a whole line of habits that we've already built up and want to change and want to be consistent with. So get help with these things where you need it, whether it is medical support, coaching, group support communities. Ask for it. It's out there. You're not the only person that's trying to figure out how to play the long game. Breath work, meditation, and mindfulness. I think that you guys know what these mean. So I don't want to go into it too much, but I do want to say one thing. There is a lot of research that proves that these can be extremely valuable practices in our lives. However, if you are somebody that has experienced trauma or chronic stress, you may find that these create more of an anxiousness or give you more overwhelm response. Sometimes they can actually trigger the stress arousal response in people that have had chronic stress going on. So here's the thing. If one or all or some work for you and they feel good when you do them, run wild with them, use them as much as you can. If they make you feel any kind of overwhelm, then don't do them. It's that simple. If it doesn't work for you and it causes problems for you, don't do them. Why make life harder for yourself?